Hello, 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 everyone. Miss Purple has stepped in the building. How is everyone doing? I know, guys, I'm late on my video, but I just wanted to come and I wanted to let you guys know, for the last couple of days, um, I've just been taking time out for myself. Um, I've been had a lot on my mind. I've been really thinking. I had to sit back and just talk with God, about some things, and I had to be honest with myself, because I realized I can't sit here and give advice when I if I'm not taking advice, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's just like I love to see others happy. Whether I see me with things or not, I love seeing other people accomplish and make things. So I love just to see other people smile and be happy in life. And that's how it always been with me. Um, but, I just wanted to share this. And this is the story. And this happened when I was dating. And this was part of the last relationship that I was in. Relationship, whatever you want to call it. For me, it started off as a relationship, but it kind of we dated, we was together for about going on 7 years, 7.5 years. And I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't in love with him, but I loved him as a friend. And I realized that, and I was like to myself, why am I wasting my time being with somebody that I don't love? It's because I was in that point in my life where I didn't want to be alone. I didn't want to be by myself. I was working at the airport with TSA, and I enjoyed my job. And a lot of times, me and a lot of my friends from the work, we would all get together in groups and go out and eat, or go on Bill Street, or just go out and have fun, or we go to each other's house and we'll do stuff. They play cards, because I didn't know nothing about cards. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I do not know nothing about blackjack and none of that stuff, So I just go just for the fun, just to hang around and just be entertained, you know what I'm saying? So me and this guy Tony, we was together, and one night, me, him, his brother, and his wife, and his sister had came in town. We all went down on Bill Street, just having a good time, nice time. We instead of us just walking up and down like we used to do, and go to the little park, and I used to like to dance. I used to like to listen to the music and dance. We decided to go to Wet Willie's this night because they had karaoke night that night. So we went in Wet Willie's. Me and my sister-in-law, we went to the restroom because we had used the restroom. I called him my sister-in-law, we've been together for, me and Tony had been together so long. So I started calling his sister-in-law too, and that's what she called me, sister-in-law. So we got up, we went to the restroom, and when we came back, they had ordered some wings and fries. I didn't want wings and fries, so I ordered some tenders and fries. And Tony was like, Tony and his brother were like, oh, you too good to eat when we eat Purple? You can't eat wings. I said, well, I didn't want wings. I said, I think the logical thing y'all should have did, wait till we came out the bathroom to see if that's what we wanted to eat. I said, instead of just ordering wings, like, that's all on the menu, you know what I'm saying? We had already ordered our drinks. Me, I like to drink. I used to like to get the cup with the straw in it. I used to like the Superman. I put half of the Superman, and the other half I'll take that back. I call the cab. I used to like to call the cab. And the other half I'll put Superman in it, and I'll put Sex on the Beach in the other half. And I'll just stir it up and mix it up in a cup. And that's how I drank my alcohol when I went. Because when I went to Wet Willie's, that's always how I made my drink with them. And so we sitting there, we enjoying ourselves, we laughing, we talking. And all of a sudden, this guy come up. He don't come to me. He don't go to anybody at the table. But my friend guy, Tony. And he said, how you doing, sir? He said, how y'all doing? Everybody was speaking. Everybody said hello. And he said, may I ask you something? He was talking to Tony. Tony said, yeah, you can ask me something. And me and my sister-in-law, we were still talking. We weren't even paying, got no pension. He said, and then he said, I want to ask you something. He said, and I'm not trying to come on, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything. He said, but is this your lady right here? He was talking about me. And Tony said, yeah, that's my lady. He said, I just want to let you know that you have such a beautiful woman. She is so beautiful and pretty to me. And he said, thank you. And he looked at me. But me and my sister-in-law was here talking, and when he said that, my brother-in-law looked up, and he said, man, that is so sweet of you to say. He said, all of y'all ladies are beautiful. He said, but this young lady here is so beautiful to me. He said, and I just wanted whoever her man was to know that he has a beautiful woman. And so we left it at that. The band left. He went up there and started singing. And Tony knew I liked Purple. He knew I love Prince. And the man dedicated, he said, I want to do karaoke. He said, I want to do a Prince song. So when he got up there, he started singing. He was fucking Prince up. Oh Lord, he had. I said, Prince can hear him. He'll cry because that man messed up his song. But out there, it was the point of him getting up there just having fun. So all of a sudden, Tony looked at me. He said, He said, do you know this guy? I said, no, I don't know him. I said, he wasn't talking to me. No way, he was talking to you. His brother said, come on, Tony, man, don't start no shit. The man came and told you your woman looked good. You gonna get mad about that? He got mad because he thought I knew the guy. The guy told him he was from out of town. He was with a group of people that was out of town. So I'm like, I don't know him. He said, I got a feeling you know him. Because he up there singing Purple Rain. He up there singing your song. He up there singing a Prince song. And you love Prince. I said, what they got to do with me? I said, first of all, the man wasn't talking to me. He came to you. I said, second of all, he told you he was from out of town. I said, I never seen the man. So he sat there. He want to argue with me. I said, I tell you what. I said, I'm going to cut this. I told my brother-in-law, I said, hey guys, I'm ready to go. He said, oh, so now you're ready to go. Now you're ready to go. I said, I'm ready to go, guys. So we got up and we left. I didn't even eat my food. I didn't even take it with me. I didn't even eat it. I left that there. I just got my cup and I just walked out. I walked out of the building because I didn't want to be in confrontation with him over some man I didn't know and he didn't know. So we got up and we walked. We was outside. We were walking up down the street. And he started arguing with me. So I slurped my drink up so fast because I wanted to be high when I left that place. Even though that one cup wasn't going to make me drunk. It put me on a nice level. So I said, look guys, I'm ready to go. I said, just because we had left our car at their house and we all drove in his brother's truck. I said, I'm ready to go. He was like, come on, Tony, man, why don't you lay up, man? That man wasn't even talking to her. He was talking to you. You sit up here want to ruin our night. He said, I ain't ruining shit. She ruined it. Trying to sit up here and slick things. She trying to talk to somebody in front of my face. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? So we all left. We just left. All got in the truck, left. Went back to the house. I got in my car. I said, are you going with me or you going to stay at your brother? I said, I'm going home. I said, so I'm tired and I'm going to go home and go lay it down. Even though it was still early. I was really pissed, but I didn't want to say anything. I just want to just let it go and leave it alone. So guys, as we drive into the house, he said, oh, so that's how it is. You going around having niggas all up in your face at a club. I said, look, that man did not come in my face. That man did not say anything to me. He said something to you. I said, what he said to you about me was none of my business. I said, me and your sister were still talking when that man was talking to you. I said, so how you gonna get mad at me about what he said to you about me? He said, because he said, I just know that man was, I just know it was something with you and him. I said, that man told you from out of town. That man he was from England. I said, so how in the hell do I know this man? I don't know him from anybody else that was down there but me, you, and your family. I said, that's it. I said, but if you want to sit here and argue, you want to argue with yourself. I said, because I'm not going to argue with you. So I got up. I got out the car. And he come up behind me and grabbed me. Oh, what did he do that for? He grabbed me. And he going to take my purse and shit and throw it on the ground and tell me, where his number go? I said, I don't know. I guess he handed it to you because he never came around and shook my hand and said nothing to me or nothing else. I said, oh, he said that was beautiful and he walked off. after he got through shaking your hand and told you, take care of her, and walked and went up there and started singing. I said, so I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to keep saying to you that it's over. I said it's over, and it's over. So we get in the house, and all of a sudden I go in there and take a shower. Oh, he must have made you come. He must have made you hot. I said, well, what kind of shit is this? I said, look, man, you still on that? I said, I'm through with that. I said, you can be on it, but you're going to be on it by yourself. So I got in the bed, I laid down. I got out of the shower, I lotioned myself up, and I laid down. So my children weren't at home yet. They was out. And all of a sudden, they came in. And because my daughter had her car, they had went some. They was all together somewhere, my two daughters and my son. So we in that bedroom, and he hit me. He hit me. I got up, and I pushed his ass in the closet. Then he called himself trying to come at me again. And when he did, I just did this here, and he just fell. Then he got up, and when he got up and got in my face, my son saw him get in my face. And he said, what's the problem? He said, what's the problem right here? I said, ain't nothing going on, Tony. I said, I got this. He said, no, what's going on, Tony? He said, no, man, you all up in my mama's face. He said, you hit my mama so? And he said, I hit her, yeah, I hit her, and I hit her again. What'd he say that for? My son and him got into it. Oh, my son beat the brakes off him. Messed the man up so bad he was bleeding from his eye. And I was just upset. I was crying. I was so mad. I was angry because this man had allowed this to get this far. So after him and my son got into it, he got a towel and washed his face. And he was still bleeding. His eye was fucked up. My son cut that eye. When he hit him, he hurt his eye. And I said, let me call an ambulance. He said, I don't want no ambulance. He said, I'm going to kill your son. I'm going to kill your son. I just told him, just leave him alone. He had already whooped you up. I said, so he called his brother. His brother came over there, and he looked at me. He said, well, you got your ass whooped. He said, what you do, Tony? He said, I told you to leave that shit alone. And I told his brother what he did. His brother said, Tony, you can't come in this lady's house, hit her in front of her son. Because if my son saw me hit my wife, he going to beat the hell out of me, too. He said, man, that was the wrong thing for you to do. Is to hit that lady in front of her son. And her son just whooped your ass. He said, ain't nothing I can do. He said, well, I'm finna get away from here. So he got a little some clothes together and he left. But like I said, my thing is, I've never got that upset with a person for talking to someone or someone talking to them or giving me a compliment about them. I never got that upset. And I never will get that upset. But I didn't understand. Everywhere we went, it didn't matter if we went out with our friends. Some of our friends were together, they knew each other. He would get upset. He think I'm messing with this person. He think I'm sleeping with this person. He think I'm sleeping with that person. He thought I was sleeping with women. He thought I was sleeping with men. He thought I was sleeping with my nephew. He thought I was sleeping with my cousin. I'm like, you are really stupid. I said, you're a stupid person. I said, if I cheated on you, you wouldn't even know, because you sit here and you convince me of cheating with everybody. I said, all I do is go to work. I work between 12 and 14 hours a day. I come home, I just chill. I said, when I'm not at home, I go to casino, because I was going to casino. I used to like to go to casino. I go to casino. I said, I sit down there and I play to get my mind relaxed. I said, but I think, some of the buildup that I was going through was basically coming from him. Because the little bills, I paid the big bills. I paid the house note, the car insurance, the house insurance. And I paid, well, really I paid all the bills, because the bill he had was a cable bill. It was $70-something at the time. Then he had the light bill, and he would never pay it. Like if the bill was $340 or $360, he'll go pay $60. It didn't matter what the bill was. He'll pay $60. And when I get a cutoff note, I go pay the rest of the bill. So that's basically what things were. So I had got to the point where I was sleeping in another bedroom, because my oldest daughter had moved back to Washington State. And my baby girl, she always stayed at one of her friend's house. And so my son, he would never be in his room. And my grandbaby, he would always be with my son in the living room wherever they slept. So I go sleep in one of the other beds. And it had got to the point where I'll sleep on the couch when he sleep in the bed, or he'll sleep in the bed and I sleep on the couch. Because it had just got to the point where I just got tired of being accused of every little thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just told him, I said, you know what, this ain't working. He said, it's working. It's working. It's going to work. I said, no, because you accuse me of stuff that I don't do. I said, but when you go out on a Friday night and come home on a Sunday or a Monday, I don't never say anything to you. I never say anything to you. I be pissed off. I be mad, but I never say anything to him. The only thing I don't do is kiss him and sleep in the same bed with him. Because I don't know where he been. I don't know where his lip been. I don't know what he been doing with who. Whether it's a female or a male. I didn't know. So I didn't sleep with him. And then, like I told him, sex ain't good. So I wasn't missing nothing in that department. You know. But the thing about it, when we did go out and have fun, we did have fun. And it didn't matter, because wherever we went, even if we go out and eat, he accused somebody of watching me. He thought I knew him. Oh, you must know them. He watching you. I'm like, what the hell of shit is this? You know, somebody smile at me. Oh, you must know them, because they smiling at you. And I was like, what? I said, girl. But once I left that guy alone, I left him alone, because I realized peace is better than anything. And I told myself, if I ever got in a relationship now, I do not want anybody to obsess over me, and I do not want to be obsessed over anybody. I just want that person to love me for me and trust me. Because if I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm down with you, I'm down with you. But to sit and accuse me, just to accuse me, was crazy. So, you know, like I say, I'm very protective of who I be with if I'm dating. I am very protective of them. I really am. So even if a man come up to me wrong, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to listen. But ain't going to be no blows going, because it ain't going to just be him. It's going to be me, him, and that man throwing them blows, because that's how I am. I'm protective of who I'm with. I'm just being honest with you. But like I said, you know, I just be mindful of things, and I just, you know, I sit back and I watch things. And I'm a very careful person, watcher, and I'm a very good, careful listener, because I listen to things now and I watch things. But I don't know, guys, when it comes to me, like I said, I had to just sit back. I had to just get my mind together for a couple of days. That's why I hadn't did a video. It's not because I was sick. It's just because I just wanted to get my mind right, because some things that were said to me had me actually really thinking about a lot of things, you know. And sometimes it takes you to hear it from other people and really sit down and figure things out, what you're willing to change and what you're willing not to change. Because, you know, like I said, it's coming to a point where I'm in that mood where I want to be with somebody. I do. I want to get back out there in the dating scene. Even though I'm kind of scared, but, you know, like I said, if I stay scared and stay where I'm at, then the devil defeats me, because I never know. Like I said, I've never been married. I don't know anything about being married. And somebody asked me, would I like to get married one day? If that's in God's plan for me to be married one day, sure. But if not, I guess it wasn't in God's plan for me to be married. But I would like to get back out there and get out in the dating scene, or get out there and, you know, have friends. But like I said, you know, I don't drink anymore. I used to love to dance, but, you know, I just stopped doing everything. Now, when it came to movies, I never liked movies, because when I go to a movie, I do not like when you go to the movie and people talk in the movie and tell you the story of what's going to happen or what's going on, because they ain't seen the movie already and they're there to tell you the movie. I've never liked going to movies. But like I told myself, if I met someone and it's some things that he like to do that I don't like to do, I would sacrifice and I would come to a, you know, decision to do things that they like to do. But if there's something that I like to do that he don't like, I would like for him to be able to say, well, I'll try that, because that's what you want to do. And like I said, I just wanna feel that special in a relationship. I just wanna feel that love again. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I felt love from one guy, and he the one that went home and got in a motorcycle accident. And I just really never just really felt that real love like that anymore from anybody that I've been with. And like I said, I did care about another guy, but he was in love with somebody else. So to me, that don't count. So I just wanted to come, and I just want to let you guys know what's been going on for me for the last 2 days. Like I said, it's just I had to meditate and talk to my God, you know. So I just want to say I'm praying for everyone. I hope everyone has a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed morning, evening, noon, and night whenever you see this video. And I just want you all to stay blessed. And Miss Purple is about to get out of here. You know how I always say it. A beautiful smile and a kind word goes a very long way, because you never know what a person's going through that day. On that note, Miss Purple is about to drop the mic. And I'm out. Peace, love, hugs, and oh yes, baby. Kisses from me to you. Take care, stay sweet, and God bless.